Luke, very good to see you. We have a great Social Security topic today, the secrets to maximizing your Social Security as a couple. Social Security claiming strategies for married couples can be more complex because you need to consider spousal benefits and survivor benefits, which we will get into. But what is the most important consideration when deciding when to claim Social Security if I'm married?
I think the most important consideration, very simply, is the fact that your situation is unique.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get into this thinking of, take it as soon as I retire. Or we're both going to take it right at 62 because that's what our neighbors down the street did, and they seem to be happy. So the most important consideration is starting to think about what your longevity is, what your family situation is. Is there an age difference between the spouses that needs to be considered? And just the fact that it's unique is by far the most important consideration.
Right. There's so many permutations when it comes to when you can file as a married couple. So, what is the most common mistake you see then when married couples are filing for Social Security?
Yeah, I think on that note, the most common mistake I see is people claiming it as soon as they possibly can.
Mm,
Even if you're retired before the age of 62 or at the age of 62, and then you go ahead and make your Social Security election, you really only have 12 months to reverse that decision. So if you ultimately decide to go back to work, whether that's full time or part time, you start having benefits withheld before you hit your full retirement age, or you're just paying more in taxes than
mhm.
what you maybe understand. Those would be the major mistakes. And like I said, with some different congressional rulings over the past decades, it's not as easy to reverse those decisions with Social Security.
Right. And that brings us to our next question. What if one spouse is working and the other is retired? How does that change the calculation? Or what if they're both retired?
Yeah, so if one's retired and then claiming benefits, obviously you don't have to worry about the earnings test side of things because you're retired and you no longer have earnings. But a lot of people fail to realize that Social Security is what I refer to as a tax preferred income. It's not tax free, it's not always taxable. But if one spouse is working, the other one's claiming benefits, a lot of times you will see that Social Security become taxable income up to a maximum of 85%. And so when one's working, that can be a big variable where you're having a lot more of your Social Security taxable when it may make sense to take distributions from different accounts or use other savings in order to let that benefit continue to grow.
Mhm. And so we have to get to explain, please, spousal benefits and survivor benefits.
So, spousal benefits, even ex spousal benefits, as well as survivor benefits or widow benefits, very important consideration, right? So, everyone has a full retirement age that they're aware of, and it's going to show up on the front page of your Social Security statement. So, your spousal benefits can be up to 50% of your spouse's full retirement age benefit at your full retirement age. So some people come into this and they make some mistakes by trying to claim spousal benefits early, not realizing that they're also reducing that benefit because they didn't wait for their full retirement age benefit. But the other thing, and I think possibly the most important thing to take into consideration, is life expectancies in our country have been lengthening, right?
Mhm,
So the
mhm.
longer you live, the more of an advantage it is to continue to delay your benefit. And even if you have, say, one working spouse with a sizable benefit, the other spouse claiming spousal benefits, at the time that the primary worker passes away, that spouse is going to step into that higher benefit.
Mm.
So delaying spousal benefits as far as you can, or continuing to delay the primary worker's benefit as long as possible, not only makes a difference for that person's lifetime, but their spouse's lifetime as well.
As we talk this through, Luke, it's clear that this is so much more than just an equation that you can find online. This really needs to be a conversation with somebody who specializes in this, which I know you do. So, if somebody wants to have this conversation with you, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, as always, they can reach us at our website at iconberryretirement.com or by phone at 937-498-1128. Quickly, as you mentioned, the congressional rulings, the government changes to Social Security over the past 2 decades have been very, very vast, right? Changes in full retirement ages, changes in the way that Social Security is taxed, changes in how you can claim benefits. Those are happening all the time, and it's
Right.
very difficult for the average person to keep up with all the changes. So we're
Mhm.
going to talk through those, with anyone interested.
Right, and those changes will continue.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much guaranteed. All right,
Almost
Luke,
certainly.
thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.